Hello students, good morning. We have already started a chapter application of derivative. In this chapter we have learned how to find out the approximate value of nth root by using the differentiation. Then we have learned how to find out the approximate value of a given function by the using of differentiation. In our previous session we have started how to find out the increasing and decreasing intervals when polynomial functions are given there. In continuation with this topic, today we will learn how to find out the increasing and decreasing intervals when product and quotient functions are there or any t functions are there. T functions means trigonometric functions are there. Now working rules for the increasing and decreasing functions are same there. First we will find out the differentiation of given function. Then we will put differentiation value is equal to 0 and find the value of x there. After that we will represent that solution set of x on the number line. Whenever we write down the increasing and decreasing function, we always use two brackets, that is one is for the closed interval and one is for the open interval. Closed interval when the solution set values are there or the given functions values are there, and other than the open interval values are there. After that I am taking one example for more understanding. Find the interval on which function is strictly increasing or strictly decreasing. Now fx value is given to you. X plus 1 whole power cube, x minus 3 whole power 3 on the given interval minus 1 comma 2. Now given function is given to you. Fx is equal to x plus 1 whole cube, x minus 3 whole cube on minus 1 comma 2. Now two functions are there. Whenever two functions are there, according to the rule of differentiation, we always use the product rule. According to product rule, first function ddx of the second function plus second function ddx of the first function. When we differentiate the value x minus 3 raised to power 3 there, 3 will come forward and power will become 2 there. 3x minus 3 raised to power 2. Same way, x minus 3 raised to power 3 is as it is there. 3 come forward and x plus 1 whole power 2 is there. Now we will take the common factor here. In these two terms, 3 common factor is there and one is x plus 1 whole power 2 and x minus 3 whole power 2 are the common factor. Now what is left over there? X plus 1, because 3 power is there, 2 power common. So x plus 1 is there. X minus 3, same case, 3 power is here and 2 power we have already taken outside. The value is there, x plus 1 plus x minus 3. When we have solved that value, x plus x, 2x is there and 1 minus 3, minus 2 is there. The value is 2x minus 2. So answer is there 6 x plus 1 ka whole square, x minus 3 whole square into x minus 1. Now we are having f dash x is equal to this value. We will follow the second step. We will put that value is equal to 0. When we put that value is equal to 0, we will find out the solution set there. Either x plus 1 is equal to 0, either x minus 3 is equal to 0 or either x minus 1 is equal to 0. When we solve the value, x is equal to minus 1, x is equal to 3 and x is equal to 1 there. We will reject x is equal to 3. Why we will reject? Because we are having a closed interval minus 1 and 2 and 3 does not lie in between these two values. Clear? That's why we are having only two solution set. One is minus 1 and one is the plus 1 there. Now it's turn to representation on the number line. When we represent this value on the number line, we are having such number line here, minus 1, 1, 2. Positive infinity and negative infinity. Now we will find out the positive and negative sign there. First of all, minus 1 and 1. Because minus 1 and 2 both are having closed interval, we will represent it as it is there. Minus 1 till 1. When we put any value in between minus 1 till 1, let us suppose 0 will be there. When we put 0 here, we will find out a negative sign there. Clear? Same, when we put any value in between the 1 and 2, any value, let's suppose we can put the 1.5, but If closed interval is there, so take benefit of this value and put value 2 there. When you put 2 value there, you will get a result positive here. Clear? Now one is negative and one is positive. So what will be your answer? F is strictly increasing because both are for the solution set 1, 2. Positive sign increasing and negative sign decreasing. Negative interval is -1, 1. And which bracket we will use here? We will again use the closed bracket because solution set value is there. Now we will take one more example in which two functions will be given there. Find the interval on which fx is equal to sin x plus cos x on 0, 2 pi interval is given there. Clear? Same way we will proceed. Fx is equal to sin x plus cos x on the closed interval 0, 2 pi. We will find out the differentiation of that value. Sin x differentiation is cos x and cos x differentiation is minus sin x. We will put f dash x is equal to 0. Now cos x minus sin x is equal to 0. Shift that value to that side. Minus and minus sign both are cancelled. Sin x upon cos x is equal to 1 there. Clear? Now sin x upon cos x is equal to tan x. So answer is equal to 1. Now in which quadrant tan is positive? Because we are having a value positive 1 there. And interval is 0 till 2 pi. We have to consider all the quadrant. When we consider a first quadrant, tan is positive. When we consider the third quadrant, tan is again positive. So we will find out both value in first and third. In first, so direct pi by 4 is there. But in third quadrant, pi by 4 means pi plus pi by 4. Clear? So pi plus pi by 4, when you take LCM here, you will get a value there 5 pi by 4. Now pi by 4 and 5 pi by 4. When we move this according to this quadrant, then both are lying in between 0 till 2 pi. That's why that two values belongs to 0 till 2 pi and both are the solution set there. We will represent it on the number line there. When we represent it on the number line, so 0 and 2 pi both are there. Both are having closed interval. We will put the closed interval. Now it's turn for the sign. When we put any value in between 0 till pi by 4, 0 is having which interval? Closed interval. We can put value 0 there. When we put value 0 in cos x, so cos 0 means 1 or sin 0 means 0. So which sign we will having? Positive. Same way pi by 4 till 5 pi by 4. So pi by 4 till 5 pi by 4, pi value is there. So pi is also having the same result of 0. So we will having a result negative here. Same case 5 pi by 4 till 2 pi. When we put value in this interval, we will again having a positive result. Clear? We can put the value directly 2 pi also. 2 pi means 0. Now we are having a sign here. We will write down the answer. We are having two positive sign. That's why we are having a combined answer. Hence f is strictly increasing on 0, pi by 4 union 5 pi by 4 and 2 pi because both are having the positive sign. And f is strictly decreasing. So decreasing is only for the negative sign. So negative sign value is pi by 4, 5 pi by 4. Clear? Now I am taking one more example in which the open intervals are there. We have not discussed open interval. Find the interval on which function fx is equal to tan x minus 4x on open interval minus pi by 3, pi by 3. Now fx value is given to you, tan x minus 4x and interval is given there. You will find out the differentiation of this value. F dash x is equal to tan x differentiation is secant square x and minus 4x differentiation is minus 4. We will put f dash x is equal to 0. When we put f dash x is equal to 0, so it means secant square x minus 4 value is equal to 0. Secant square x minus 4 is equal to 0. We will apply the formula a square minus b square secant x minus 2 secant x plus 2 is equal to 0. Now by either or secant x is equal to 2 secant x plus 2 is equal to 0. So secant x is equal to minus 2. When we reciprocal the value of secant x, reciprocal of secant x is equal to cos x. So cos x is equal to 1 upon 2. Cos x is equal to minus 1 upon 2. 1.2 means 60 degree, pi by 3. These two are the values for minus pi by 3 and pi by 3. That means these two values not belongs to this interval, given interval, because we have to consider any value in between these intervals, excluding these two values. Now, according to the quadrant, we will choose any value from minus pi by 3 till pi by 3, because cos is negative in second quadrant and in third quadrant and positive in first quadrant and fourth quadrant. So we can consider any value from second quadrant to first quadrant, not in this order, from second quadrant to first quadrant. If we put any value, let's suppose we put the value 0 there. If we put 0 here, then we will get a negative sign. How we will get a negative sign? Secant 0 is 1 and minus 4 is already there. So 1 minus 4 is equal to 0. That value is minus 3. It means f dash x value is minus 3 there. So negative sign is there. Clear? Hence f is strictly decreasing for the open interval minus pi by 3 till pi by 3. I hope this concept is clear to you people. Students, you will receive one link related to this topic. Do more and more practice. Your homework sum will be there. I hope you people will do. Thank you.